morning friends, welcome to Relief Tutorials. In the last lecture we have seen about image formation by convex lens and concave lens. 6 cases in the case of convex lens and 2 in the case of concave lens. Now we are going towards the lens formula topic, but again before that let us see the Cartesian sign conventions to measure the distances in the case of lens. Already we have seen some Cartesian sign conventions in the case of mirrors. According to those, let us remind it. This was the concave mirror. This was pole, center of curvature, principal focus. If you place the object here, this is the direction of incident ray, and according to rule we have taken this distance as positive. The distance measured in the opposite direction of incident ray was taken as negative. All the distances should be measured from pole on principal axis. The heights in the upward direction taken as positive and heights in the downward direction taken as negative. The same rules we are going to follow here in the case of lens also. Consider here is the convex lens. Optical center f1, f2 to f2 to f1. Now if we place the object here, the direction of incident ray is this. This is the direction of incident. Just like in the case of mirrors, we were measuring all the distances from pole. Here we are going to measure all the distances from optical center on a principal axis. If I say this is AB object, here we are placing the object beyond 2f1. So obviously we are going to get the image on the right hand side, real and inverted between f2 and 2f2. Image A dash B dash. Now the object distance, image distance, focal length, all the distances are always measured from optical center. So from optical center O to B, this distance OB is called as object distance. But we can see that we are measuring the distance in the opposite direction of incident ray. So this distance taken as negative. Image distance means O to B dash. So here we are going in the right hand side direction, means in the direction of incident ray. So this distance means image distance is taken as positive because we have measured the distance in the direction of incident ray. The rules are same for mirrors as well as for lenses. Okay, so the first rule, all the distances are always measured from optical center O on principal axis. So while measuring the distance, you have to stand on optical center. Second rule, if distance measured in the direction of incident ray taken as positive and opposite to incident ray taken as negative. So from O, if you are going in the direction of incident ray, those distances are positive, and from O, if you are going opposite to incident ray, those distances are negative. Third rule, heights upwards are taken as positive and heights downwards are taken as negative. So same rules are here as we have discussed already in the case of mirrors. Let us take one example. Here is one of the convex lens. Let us place the object beyond 2f. So we are going to get the image here like this. Let us say this object is AB, image is A dash, B dash. Now make a list of all the distances. First distance is object distance. Object distance means O to B distance. So we are going in the opposite direction of incident ray. So object distance OB should be taken as negative. So it is minus U. Image distance. Image distance means O to B dash. We are going in the direction of incident ray, that should be taken as positive. So image distance OB dash is plus V. And the most important distance to be measured is focal length. Here we have two principal foci. So the focal length means distance between O and F on any one of the sides. But in the case of convex lens, we already discussed that for the object placed on the left hand side, its principal focus is on the right hand side. So here in this particular case, we are going to measure the focal length is O to F2. Because object is on the left hand side, so its principal focus is on the right hand side. So distance OF2, and as we can see, it is on the right hand side, it should be plus F. There is no radius of curvature to be measured in the case of lenses. So we have three important distances: object distance, image distance and focal length. One more example of concave lens. If you place the object here, anywhere between infinity to O, we know that its image is formed here between F and O on the same side of object between O and F. Virtual, erect and smaller in size. Consider this is object A, B and image A dash, B dash. Now let us measure the object distance. Object is here, so the incident ray goes in this direction, so this direction is taken as positive and the reverse one should be taken as negative. So object distance means O to B. So object distance OB should be taken as negative because we are going in the opposite direction of incident ray. Image distance. Image distance means O to B dash. O to B dash distance, and that is again on the left hand side, means in the opposite direction of incident ray. So that should be again minus V. And focal length. Focal length. In the case of concave lens, if you are placing the object on the left hand side, its principal focus is on the left hand side, means on the same side of object. So focal length here is OF1. So that is again on the left hand side. So OF1 is the focal length and that is again minus F. So the conclusion is for convex lens, focal length is always positive, and for concave lens, focal length is always negative. Object distance obviously always negative in both the case. Image distance is not fixed in the case of convex lens, but there is a fixed sign for the image distance in the case of concave lens, and that is always negative. So all the terms, all the distances are negative in concave lens. These are the fixed signs. There is only a variety of signs we can obtain here in the case of convex lens in image distance. Otherwise, in concave lens, focal length, object distance, image distance, all the terms are negative. Now, based on these, let us derive the lens formula as we have derived the mirror formula in the previous cases. The derivation is not for the examination's point of view. Formula only you have to remember. First of all, figure. Let us place the object beyond 2f1. First ray goes parallel to principal axis, refract and passes from f2. Second ray directly passing from O. Here is the point of intersection of both the refracted rays. The image is formed here. Let us say this object is A, B, and image is A dash, B dash. If you remember the definition of mirror formula, that the relation between object distance, image distance, and focal length of mirrors are called as mirror formula. But here in the lens, same definition. First point is the definition. The formula which shows relation between object distance, image distance, and focal length of lens is known as lens formula. See, in the case of mirror formula, we have taken the similarity concept of similarity of triangles concept. The same thing we are going to use here also. If you remember, there was a pair of similar triangles in the case of mirror, the triangle A dash B dash P similar to triangle ABP. In that case, I have given you the instructions that you take the dash triangles first always, just to make our concept easy. Here we are going to take the similarity number 1, triangle ABO and triangle A dash B dash O. See the figure carefully and try to find out these two triangles separately. So triangle ABO and A dash B dash O is like this. ABO, A dash B dash O. Here is A, B, O, A dash and B dash. So in these two triangles, angle B and angle B dash are the right angles. Angle AOB and angle A dash OB dash are vertically opposite angles. So according to A criteria, these two triangles are similar. Already we have done these things. So when these two triangles are similar, all the corresponding angles are congruent and the sides are in proportion. So point number 2, we are using similarity number 1, triangle ABO similar to triangle A-BO. In the case of mirrors, we were taking dash triangles first, but here in the case of lens, we are taking dash triangles afterwards. Now make the ratio. As these two triangles are similar, first side AB and corresponding side A dash B dash, so we can write AB upon A dash B dash is equals to BO B dash O, so BO upon B dash O, and that is equals to third side AO A dash O, so AO upon A dash O. Now look at this, what is AB? AB means the object itself. A dash B dash means the image. If you see BO, so I think BO is the object distance. So BO is the object distance, we should take it minus U. B dash O is the image distance, let us take it plus V because it is in the direction of incident ray. AO, if you see in the figure, AO is a part of a ray. AO is a part of ray and A dash O is also the part of ray. So we don't require those sides here. So we take only these two. AB upon A dash B dash is equals to BO upon B dash O. So therefore AB upon A dash B dash is equals to BO means minus U and B dash O means plus V, result number 1. First similarity we have used. One more similarity we can take here. Let us say this point is D. If you see in the figure, triangle DOF2, this triangle, and triangle A-B-F2, these two, another pair of similar triangles. Let me draw it separately. DOF2 and DOF2 and A-B-F2. Again the same logic. This angle O and here angle B dash are right angles, and these two angles are vertically opposite. So again, according to AA criteria, these two triangles are similar. So third point, we are adding another similarity. Triangle BOF2 similar to triangle A-B-F2. Now again, when these two triangles are similar, we can take the ratios of the sides are in proportion. So DO, first side, DO by A dash B dash is equals to second side OF2 upon B dash F2, and that is equals to third side BF2 upon A dash F2. But BF2 and A dash F2 are the parts of rays, so we don't require that ratio. So therefore now if you see DO, look at the figure. DO, can you see that DO and AB are equal? Because they are the opposite sides of one of the rectangle ADOB. So we know that in the rectangle opposite sides are equal, so we can replace DO by AB. So in place of DO we can write AB. Why we are doing this? Because the first result is of AB upon A dash B dash. So we should require AB here, and we can easily replace this DO as AB because both these sides are opposite sides of one of the rectangle. So here, what we will replace? DO is equals to AB. And what another thing we can replace? Look at this OF2. OF2, I think it's a focal length. Here we have placed the object on the left hand side. So its principal focus is on the right hand side. So OF2 means it's a positive focal length. Done. One more thing. B dash F2. Where is this distance? B dash F2 is this one. This distance. We have to represent this distance B dash F2 in terms of O. So can we look at this? This is O here. Here is F2 and here is B dash. Okay, we have to represent this B dash F2 distance. So can I say that it is OB dash minus OF2? Already we have done these things in the case of mirror formula. So OB dash minus OF2. Why we are doing this? Because we have all the distances measured from O only. So OB dash, in place of B dash F2, we can write OB dash minus OF2. So DO will be replaced as AB and B dash F2 is going to be replaced by OB dash minus OF2. Okay. Now substitute the values in this equation. So therefore now this point will become, in place of DO we are writing AB. So it is AB by A dash B dash is equals to, in place of OF2, OF2 is a positive focal length for convex lens. So OF2 will be replaced as F upon, in place of B dash F2 we are writing OB dash minus OF2. So the next, therefore AB upon A dash B dash, AB upon A dash B dash is equals to F upon OB dash. OB dash means image distance, so that is V, positive V, minus OF2 is positive F, so it is F. Result number 2. Result number 1 is AB upon A dash B dash is equals to minus U by V, and result number 2, AB upon A dash B dash is F upon V minus F. Let us compare these two results. Point number 4. By comparing 1 and 2, minus U by V is equals to F by V minus F. We are comparing result number 1 and 2. Result number 1 is of AB upon A dash B dash, 2 is of AB upon A dash B dash, so we can compare minus U by V is equals to F by V minus F. Now simply mathematical cross multiplication, therefore see this minus U will be multiplied with V minus F, so minus U into V minus UV minus U into minus F, so minus minus plus U into F means UF, and that is equals to V into F VF. So look at this statement. We have 2 times U, 2 times V and 2 times F. Let us reduce it by dividing the whole equation. Divide the equation by UVF. If you remember, we have done this operation in the case of mirror formula. We have divided the whole equation by UVR. So here we don't have R, we have F directly. So we are dividing the whole equation by UVF. So the next step should be therefore minus UV by UVF plus UF by UVF is equals to VF by UVF, and therefore UV cut here, U and F cut here, and V and F cut here. So then what left here only? It is minus 1 by F plus 1 by V is equals to 1 by U. Let us take this focal length term on the right hand side and object distance term on the left hand side. So finally we will get the formula. Look at here please. It's 1 by V minus 1 by U is equals to, take these on the right hand side, should be plus 1 by F. So this is our length formula. It is 1 by V minus 1 by U is equals to 1 by F. If you remember, mirror formula was 1 by V plus 1 by U is equals to 1 by F. So this was the mirror formula. So there is only the difference of sign here in both the formulas. 1 by V minus 1 by U is equals to 1 by F, length formula, and if you place the positive sign here, it will be the mirror formula. Based on these we have seen, if you remember, after mirror formula we had the topic of magnification of image. So here also we have the same topic to understand here. See, what do you mean by magnification? Magnification is one type of a number. It's a simple number which represents how many times the image is larger or smaller than the object. Let me remind you something. If I say magnification is minus 2 in the case of mirrors. So if I say magnification is minus 2 means what? 2 means image is 2 times bigger, and minus represents the nature. Remember, minus represents the nature of image. Minus means real and inverted, and plus means virtual and erect. This 2 means image is 2 times larger. If I say magnification is plus 0.5, so plus means virtual and erect, and 0.5 means image is half than the object. Okay? Same way, magnification of image in lens. Magnification of image in lens. Same for our definition is here. Ratio of image height to object height is known as magnification. Same definition as we have seen in the case of mirrors. So how can I write it? Magnification M is equals to H dash by H. See. But now one more formula to derive. Look at this result. AB upon A dash B dash is minus U by V. But what is AB? What is AB? We are using this relation in magnification also. AB means object height. Can I say it is H? And A dash B dash. A dash B dash means what? It is H dash, means the image height. If you use the Cartesian sign convention, AB is positive because it is upwards, and A dash B dash is H dash, I think it is downward, so it should be negative H dash. So now modify this result. In place of AB we are writing H. So H by A dash B dash means it is minus H dash. is equals to minus u by v. Here already we have used the sign conventions. Now, can I place this negative sign in the numerator? Yes. Minus signs are cancelled. Then what left? H by h dash is equals to u by v. Let us take the reciprocal to both the sides. Why? Why we are taking the reciprocal? Because we require h dash by h, and here we have h by h dash. Take the reciprocal. So therefore the final result is h dash by h is equals to v by u. But we know that h dash by h is nothing but the magnification. So in the case of lens, m is equals to h dash by h is equals to v by u. And if you remember, in the case of mirrors, magnification m is equals to h dash by h is equals to minus v by u. So at the end of this topic, we have compared lens formula and mirror formula and formulas of magnification in the case of lens and mirror. Now if I say, in the case of lens, if I say magnification is plus, if I say magnification is minus 2, so what does it mean? In this case, 2 means image is 2 times magnified than the object, and minus means real and inverted. So where do you find this type of image in the case of lens? Image should be 2 times larger, real and inverted. So it's a fourth case of convex lens that we are placing the object between f and 2f. If we are placing the object between f and 2f, you will find image is beyond 2f, larger than the object, real and inverted. Is that clear? If I say magnification is minus 1 in the case of lens, so 1 means the size of object and image both are same, and minus means real and inverted. So where do you find this type of image in the case of lens? Same size, real and inverted, so I think the object should be placed on 2f. If I place the object exactly at 2f, we know the image is also obtained at 2f, real and inverted, and of same size. So here the magnification is minus 1. If I say magnification is plus 2, so 2 means 2 times larger, and plus means virtual and erect. So virtual, erect and 2 times larger image is formed in the case of convex lens. In the last case, when lens is behaving as a simple microscope, if you remember, if you place the object here, the image is like this, virtual, erect and 2 times or more times larger than the object. So this is what about lens formula and the magnification formula. We will solve some numericals in the next lectures. But let us complete one more small topic. And that is the power of lens. Power. Here the power means what? Power here means ability of lens to refract the ray. If I say this is one of the lens and here is another lens, okay, height wise both are same. Okay. Let us pass one of the parallel ray here and here. This is center line. This is one of the parallel ray going to both the lenses. Now logically, what you can say? If I ask you one question, that in which lens the ray will be refract more, so obviously you will say that here the refraction will be more as compared to the first one. So what is the reason? The reason is what? Here the light ray has to travel more distance in glass, and here the light ray has to travel a short distance in the glass or the material of the lens. So more, as the light ray is spending more time, more distance traveling in the material, so that ray will be refracted more. And that depends on this curve, intensity of curve. Remember, more is the intensity of curve, smaller is the focal length. More is the intensity of curve, smaller is the focal length. Less is the intensity of curve, larger is the focal length. So as the focal length is larger, listen to me, as the focal length is larger, refraction is less, so power is less. And as the focal length is shorter, refraction is more, means power is more. So can I say that power depends on the focal length? First of all, what is the definition I can write for the power of lens? It is the ability of lens to refract the ray. Refract means to converge or diverge, because convex lens converge the rays and concave lens diverge the rays. So ability of lens to refract the ray is called as its power. One more we have decided, power is inversely proportional to focal length. Listen to me again. More is the focal length, less is the power. Shorter the focal length, more is the power. So indirectly we can say they are the reciprocals of each other. Focal length increases, power decreases. Focal length decreases, power increases. So we have a formula to represent the power. P is equals to 1 by F. P is equals to 1 by F. Simple formula. From this, what should be the unit of power? Means in which terms the power should be measured. If you remember, in the 9th standard we have seen the speed is equals to distance upon time. So what should be the unit of speed? Unit of speed is equals to unit of distance upon unit of time. Distance measured in terms of meter normally, and time is in terms of second. So we have accepted the unit of speed is meter per second. So we can find out the unit of any quantity from its formula only. So here the formula is P is equals to 1 by F. 1. What should be the unit of power? Unit of power should be equals to unit of this number. Number having no unit. It's a number, constant. There is no unit. But focal length is always measured in terms of meter. So the unit of power should be like this. See, there is 1 having no unit. So in the numerator of unit we have 1 upon focal length is measured in terms of meter. So unit of power is 1 by meter. You can write this 1 by meter in this way also, 1 by meter like this, or somebody like this also, meter raised to minus 1. If you take this meter in the numerator, the sign of power will be changed. So this is the way we can represent the unit of power. But this is replaced when we solve the numericals. And whenever we are getting the answer of power, we are not going to write the unit in terms of this. It is replaced as D, and D for diopter. D for diopter. So unit of power is 1 by m. The original form of unit is 1 by m, or like this, or meter raised to minus 1. But actually it is replaced by diopter, capital D. The full form is diopter. Let us have some example. If I say one of the lens having a focal length 2 meter and it is a convex lens. We know that convex lens having the positive focal length. So there is 2 meter should be taken positive. Then what should be the power? The question is to find the power of this lens. Simple. If P having the formula 1 by F. 1 by F means 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 means 0.5. What 0.5? 0.5 diopter. The answer of power must be in terms of diopter, and for that your focal length should be always in terms of meter. Be careful if the sum is like this. Consider I have one more convex lens. Convex lens are having a focal length 20 centimeter. Focal length is in terms of 20 centimeter. So first you have to convert this centimeter is in terms of meter. Don't start the sum directly. First you convert this in terms of meter. 20 centimeter means 0.2 meter. And now find the power P is equals to 1 by F. So 1 by F means 1 by 0.2. 0.262 by 10. 2 and by 10. So it should be 5 diopter. If I say I have concave lens. I have concave lens having a focal length 5 meter. Now when we have concave lens, we know that focal length of concave lens is always taken as negative. So power P is equals to 1 by F, that is equals to 1 by minus 5 means it is minus 1 by 5. Now minus 1 by 5 means minus 0.2 diopter. So as we know that the power always depends on focal length, and we know that in convex lens focal length is always positive, so its power is also positive. And in concave lens focal length is always negative, so its power is also negative. Okay, so the lens is normally described by its focal length or its power. Doctors normally use diopter terms to represent the lens. Okay, the specs which we wear, having somebody having 2 or 3 numbers. What these numbers are? 2 numbers and 3 numbers. Actually, these 2 or 3 are nothing but its power. And doctors recommend the specs or the lens. They are always recommend the lens in terms of, they represent the lens in terms of its power. And then the optician will do its work and they form the specs. The lenses are always represented in terms of its power. The convex lens always having positive power because its focal length is always positive, and concave lens always having the power negative because its focal length is always negative. So we have a formula of power P is equals to 1 by F. Unit is diopter, and these are the 2 powers. So that's all for the theory part of this chapter. We will solve some relative numericals in the next lecture, and that will be the end of the chapter. Best of luck.